Hi, I'm Mike Miller. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks very much for watching the shows that I do down here. My guest today has been here before with a duo that he's in, and I'm glad to have Joe Stack here today. Thank you, Joe.
Good to see you.
You've been pretty busy, it seems like, playing music.
Yeah, I've been keeping it full.
Yeah. I enjoyed that Andy's what's the song swap?
Yeah, the song swap. Song swaps are my favorite, man. You don't even really have to make a set list. You get 3 people on stage, sometimes 4. There's the way some people do it, and they just take turns playing songs. You can do either covers or original material, and if the others are good enough, they can noodle along with you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It just goes all night, and it's a real time filler because you got these musicians on stage, but they don't exactly have to be all performing at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just kind of try to pick up the vibe of the audience to determine what you want to play next.
Yeah. You get 2 songs to wait to figure out which one you're gonna play next, and it's very chill. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of the songs you played there the other night?
I tried out some new material. This one little love song I wrote. It's called "Small Song," and I'm gonna play that one here tonight. And
Cool.
but other than that, I've got a pretty big repertoire of songs. But and it's funny. I realize I'm getting to the age recently where the songs I wrote when I was in my teens are not necessarily songs that I think are that good anymore. It's like, but
You never know, though.
yeah. I might just be tired of them. I don't know.
Yeah. Who are some of the people you choose from, though, to do covers?
Well, I like to cover the band Wilco a lot.
Wilco.
They've been my favorite band for a few years now. And there's Wilco. I do some Animal Collective covers, and there's always stuff like Modest Mouse and Nirvana. And yeah, I've some people call me Jukebox Joe, because I've got just hundreds of them back in there to just at the ready.
Yeah. Modest Mouse, are they still touring? And
Yeah, I think the last record they put out was in 2015.
Really?
I'm not entirely
Yeah.
sure, but they've been going since the early '90s, and they're still at it. It's their sound has changed a whole lot, but it's still pretty interesting. Yeah.
where are they based out of?
I think they're a Seattle band.
Oh, a Seattle band.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I might just be saying a whole bunch of stuff that's not true. But
I've heard of them for years, though. I thought they were from around here, really.
right.
That they were a Dallas-based band, but they've been popular in Dallas for a long time.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I like a lot of your original songs. Like, do you have an EP that you more or less put together here lately, or did you release a lot of these as singles, or?
Yeah, well, 2016 was, I spent the first half of that year working on this EP called Feeling Shape EP.
Okay.
And it's up on Bandcamp, Joe Stack at bandcamp.com or however they order that. But yeah, it's a 6-song EP,
6.
and it's all of the sappiest love songs that I ever wrote. And yeah, the rest of my stuff tries to branch off into more interesting things, but I decided I would just go ahead and load up all of my sappiness into one EP, and I think it turned out pretty well. Yeah.
And you had put out some songs a few years earlier, though, hadn't you? Some originals.
Yeah, I've been recording myself since I was probably 14 or 15, and I've got 3 or 4 just kind of pretend albums, like never published or released or anything. But it's when you're a kid, it's fun to just put songs together and give it a whole album name, like your heroes do and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe if I get any actually like publishing opportunities, maybe I could release those all as like a box set or something, just a novelty. But yeah, I've been working with this record company called Liberty DIY Records. So it's like Liberty, but the DIY is in capitals, and they've got a great studio put together, and I'm about to start recording new material with them.
Where's the studio?
They run out of a house off of Hickory down there by where the where the police station and the jail is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. We always say that there's a funeral home right next to it, and we always say the Liberty DIY house is right in between the funeral home and the jail.
That's a good location down there. Well, that's really good. I've heard of them. I guess they've been doing projects for other people.
Yeah, they do a lot of house shows. I think almost every weekend they've got something going on there, and it's always a lot of fun. Everybody's real respectful. It's all, safe space and all that stuff. And it's a real good vibe, and it's a real good thing they've got going on. And anybody who wants to help, they would sure appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. And then you and Garrett had Pearl Snap shirts. Y'all had recently a 7-year anniversary, more or less? Or?
Yeah, we recently had our 7 years. We've been doing that since we were just fresh out of high school, and probably even some during high school. But we've been doing the duo thing for a long time, and we just recently decided to sort of take a hiatus, and we've had a couple of practices since then, and we've got some new stuff worked out where he's on stand-up bass, because it normally is just guitar for both of us, and we both do vocals, but he's been working on stand-up bass, and we have a great guy named Spencer Eagleton who wants to try doing some drums for it. So we could, we're thinking about trying to put together a rhythm section, or maybe just having a 3-piece, but things are looking interesting for that.
That's great. So what do you have planned for this summer coming up?
This summer, I'm going to take a tour through the South. We're gonna go. We're gonna try to get an RV, but if not, we already have a van that we can do it in. But it's gonna be myself and a few friends. Some of them are singer-songwriters as well, and we're calling it the Waffle House Tour. We're gonna film the whole thing. My fiance Kiki is she's gonna direct and film it, and we're gonna stop at all the Waffle Houses along the way. We're gonna make our way up to North Carolina, and all of the segues in the film are gonna be me singing to Waffle House waitresses.
Really?
Yeah, and that should be a lot of fun. We're gonna stop and just busk wherever we can, just play for tips, and I've already started sort of researching venues along the path that we're going, and just gonna try to get some dates set up there. And the climax of the film and the climax of the tour is we're gonna go to North Carolina. We have this campsite set up already, where on August 21st it's going to the what's it called? Solar eclipse is going to be visible from this campsite that we have in North Carolina.
Really?
It'll be the full 360 solar eclipse.
Man.
And we're going to film it, and
that'd be great.
yeah, it's going to be nighttime for 3 minutes, and except for on the horizon. And I've heard people say it's a life-changing experience. So
I bet.
I'm really
yeah.
excited for it. This is going to be a really good year.
I wonder if the company Waffle House would sponsor you guys somehow.
Man, that's something to look into. I might actually check that out. Yeah, because we're obviously going to paint them in a great light. We're gonna be eating there every time we see one. So we're going to try to make a cool video, and I think they might like that.
That sounds like a really good project. We've been playing around town a lot, like at the Creative Arts Place and J&J's even the last few months.
Yeah, they do acoustic Thursdays at J&J's now, which is really cool. It's,
that's good.
Matt Grigsby puts them on, and he's Matt Grigsby. I feel like he's the center of the folk thing happening in Denton.
Now that's at J&J's?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so he's got the connections to all the good singer-songwriters, and every show that he's put on there. I think he does it every other Thursday or maybe every Thursday, but.
Because the Andy's one is Thursday too, isn't it?
I think so. Oh no. The J&J's one is Friday.
Friday.
That's all right. It's
Okay.
Acoustic Fridays. Yeah. And I did one of those a few weeks back, and it's cool. If you've got lots of songs, they give you. I think I had an hour and a half or maybe 2 hours, and
Yeah.
I just sort of exhausted my supply and just did every song I had. And it's a real chill environment because people are already there to eat pizza. They're not necessarily having to be there to stand and listen to you. They can sit down and chill.
It's a nice place for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Joe, I appreciate you coming down very much, and I'm going to get out of the way and let you play some music for us. And You guys stay tuned and check out Joe Stack's music and check him out around town and check out his tour in the future. Thanks a lot and have a great day.
Honey, don't be afraid. All this money that we made's gonna go right down the drain forever. But kissing is sweet and free, and our love runs so deeply they'd hit China if they ever tried to steal it. And we didn't make it. It was around before our ancestors all carried on their lines. And we didn't choose it. There was no way I wasn't gonna find you at my door that night. Darling, I can be sick and twisted as the Milky Way, but if it's cool, I'm gonna stay forever. And all those nights we cried about what we could not control. Our love is something we've got by the antlers, yeah! And we didn't make it. It was around before our ancestors all carried on their lines. And we didn't choose it, no. There was no way I wasn't gonna find you at my door that night.
All right, thanks, y'all. Next song I'm gonna play, it's called Sped Up.
Time to complain is so sweet. The devil's plans for me sped up. I'm 10 years old and what I'm seeing now is a vision sent to me of what it's like to be grown up. patterns on the ceiling stay in houses of friends that moved away. With scars collecting on your hands, forgetting what cut you. Spinning on this planet's taking effort more and more. The moments I adore sped up. I get power from excitement and then squander it on something different. Gave up. Breathing in a burning smell, erasing connections between the nerves. And my old self when I was 17 is listening for his turn to speak. This song is called Small Song. I don't have much exciting to say to you, my darling, so I've just been revising the tone I say I love you in. Every day does less to convey new gruesome ways. I'll die if I don't squeeze you. Every day, songs you showed me last night play. My eyes try to cry streams. Nothing even leads to. I don't have much exciting to say to you, my darling.
I'm gonna play an older one.
There's a frequency, it's too often to see. You're offset and nervous about all the endlessness bearing down and up through your chest all the time. So wake up from wasting the sunlight and say to yourself you're an army of conscious selves keeping you as well as your soul will allow some of the time. Some of the time there's a frequency it's too often to see. Your childhood ending and dreary days blending together like rain. And the old crowd will hang never again.
One more, all right. Thanks y'all for listening. My name is Joe Stack. It's easy to spell. I've got some SoundCloud and some Bandcamp and Reverb Nation. And play one more for y'all. This is a title track off of my EP I finished recording last year. It's called Feeling Shape EP. You could check it out, or you could buy it and check it out, or either one of those I would appreciate a lot. Thank you.
Between spells of deja vu, I've got my eyes on you. And if you pass behind my back, make sure I don't turn around and hurt you. I like your orange hair. I like not knowing Morning crawls into my room. I'm not hung up on you. Make a joke and walk away. I've got my eyes on you while I can. While you're not looking at me, you're shaped like everything I'm feeling. Yeah, 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 yeah. Between spells of deja vu, I've got my eyes on you. Fascinated till it's through. I don't want a reason not to love you. I like pretending to be the same type of deal to you. All right. Thanks, y'all.
And they tell me, follow your dreams. And they say, do what you want, and money will come.